I will always have a disability, but, in spite of that, I can still achieve many of my dreams. My name is Noelle. I wasn't always a strong advocate, but I had a lot of family members who supported me. The things that are important to me is definitely family. Through my mom and through my sister, they really helped support me, and that's kind of how I became determined, is through them. One of my biggest role models is actually my sister. She actually is independent in her own way, and because of that, I like to take after her in some sort of aspect. Another obstacle I struggled with my whole life is juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. There are many years when I couldn't participate in gym, sports, and other activities because I could get hurt or it would be painful. Sometimes it felt isolating, but I had support from my mom, my family, and my guidance counselor, Ms. Kokitsa. She taught us things that wasn't like your basic English, math, history, or science, so it was like a different kind of class. But she was definitely one of the greatest teachers I've ever had and one of the greatest counselors I've ever had also. Before graduating high school, there were some conversations about guardianship, and that's something that Mom had discussed with a lot of counselors, and she felt that I did not need it. She wanted me to make my own decisions in life. She was a great support for me. She saw me grow. She knew I had a lot of difficulties growing up, and so she was like, there's no way my child is going to not live her normal life. I will find a way to make sure she has a normal life. I can't say that was super crazy when it came to school, but I always did try my best when it came to it. I just wanted to be able to learn, even though it gave me some struggles, but a lot of teachers really helped me and guided me on how to teach me differently than everyone else did. I think in order for me to achieve graduating, I had an English teacher who would teach me a little side class thing. It was her way of saying this is gonna help you to support you in graduating high school. After I finished high school, I did Project Search. And so through Project Search, they actually teach you what it's like to get a job and how to keep it. It was a really good experience for me because it taught me how to clock in, what time to be in for work, how to be your own self, how to be in a work-like place. And whenever we would set off to our destination, we'd always come back saying, hey, what did you learn in your setting today? And I got to kind of work with different people. It helped me determine on how well I was able to do in a job setting. It just helped me improve on myself. It improved on my skills, and it definitely improved on me being confident and saying hey, I got this. I got connected with DARS when I was still with Project Search. DARS helped me with counseling, job skills, and driving. So DARS kind of helped with a mini version of driver's ed. So it's not an official driver's ed. They kind of just helped with saying this is what you should be learning when you do actual driver's ed. They helped me learn backing up skills and getting a backup camera. I had thought about going to college at one point, but I was nah, college is not for me. I chose working instead. DARS helped me with resume writing, and they helped me find job fairs. So there was one time we went to a job fair and we had our resumes, and we walked to each person. You say hey, here's a resume, feel free to look into it. And I met this lady named Sandy, and she was the person that I work currently. And she was hey, I'm interested in you. This is what we do here. And I would like to train you and see how well you do. I trained in a facility where we had to polish a lens. She trained us on how well the lens should come out after they're being polished. I've been employed for 9 years making prescription eyewear at the military base. After being employed for about 6 months, I received a commendation letter for excellence in workmanship and a medallion. People really go through a lot of struggles in their life, and it's really hard to be determined. It's really hard to want to say, I want to do this. But because I think through their determination and through a lot of support that they gather from their own families, and even through my own families as well, they kind of just supported us by saying You got this, and you know it. Being determined just definitely means like, I want to do this. Like, I'm just determined to. It just means like, I'm ready to push myself. If I can tell my younger self, I would say, we will always have disabilities, but in spite of that, we can still achieve many of our dreams.
The VCU Center on Transition Innovations is funded by the Virginia Department of Education.